life lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to TV8's Good Morning Vail for this Wednesday, July 6th edition. This is a live shot of Glenwood Canyon, and you can see that those roadways are looking much better than they did this time last summer, simply for the fact that there is not some huge mudslides taking place on those roads right now. We've got some great national holidays today that I think that everyone should celebrate. The first one, this is my favorite one, is a National Fried Chicken Day, which I love chicken wings, so fried chicken, chicken wings, you know, one and the same. I love that holiday. Then it is International Kissing Day, so if you have a significant other or a loved one at home, I know I smush Beatrice's face, my dog, all the time and give her all sorts of kisses. Well, then today is the day for you to be celebrating. We've got a great show in store for you. I'm one of your hosts today, Maddie Evans. We've got Gretchen Plushaw standing by to give us a look at that local weather forecast, but we're going to give you all of the information of all of the activities taking place in the community right now for you to get out there and enjoy. In the community segment, we're going to be chatting. Compass Realty has a beautiful home on the market that I think you're going to want to see because it's in the most incredible spot. I've looked at this house now 400 times and have fallen in complete love. Then we've got Eagle County coming in to give us some information on what's taking place in and around the county and making sure that you're prepared and safe, because it's better to be in the know when you're on the go than it is to just be totally frantic. So we're going to be chatting with them in just a little bit. Something I do want to note for all of those who live up in the mountains right now, in the mountains, there are bears out in full force. So if you have an issue with them like I do, just be prepared for your trash day. Make sure that your trash bins are nice and locked up and hard for them to get to, especially as they've been kind of like pillaging my entire neighborhood through the trash bins. Everywhere I go, there's trash bins knocked over. Thank goodness we have most of them are bear proof, but that's just something that we wanted to quickly note. We're going to take it over to Gretchen to give us a look at that local weather forecast, as we saw some precipitation yesterday. Fingers crossed we continue to see that today. Gretchen?
Thanks, Maddie. Let's take a look at our daily weather. As you can see, 8 a.m., 56 degrees, a high of 72, a little bit warmer, rain 50%. So definitely need an umbrella, a raincoat, and get ready for some more rain heading our direction. 8 a.m., 56, partly cloudy. Noon, 64, isolated thunderstorms. 4 p.m., 69, scattered thunderstorms still. And then 8 p.m., clearing up a little bit, 64 degrees. Let's take a look at the I-70 corridor. As you can see, Eagle, 50% chance of rain, 79 degrees is the high. Vail, still 50% chance of rain, 72 degrees rather, sorry. Denver, 40% chance of rain and a high of 87. And Avon, 50% chance of rain with a high of 76. So definitely going to be wet out there. If you're traveling to Denver, you still need your raincoat and umbrella. For the 5-day temperatures and run down, I should say. Thursday, mostly cloudy, partly cloudy, 75 is the high. Friday, 79 degrees, mostly sunny, so getting nice during the weekend. Saturday, 82 degrees and sunny. And then Sunday and Monday, sunny with a high of 81. So that looks like a great weekend ahead to get out there and soak up that sunshine. Thank you so much, and keep it more here for Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
I've been helping homeowners improve their home for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it actually can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help.
There you go.
Dad's the expert, but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about.
There's nothing like turning your house into your home, and that's what we help you do every week.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Flashback on Vail Valley. Hard to keep a secret when you are getting interviewed on TV8. We're taking a look back in time at vintage TV8 segments. If you'd like any more information or to see any more vintage or classic cuts from TV8, check out tv8vail.com. Taking a look back in time right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
There's always so many great things taking place in and around our community, and we love to chat about them only because sometimes, I run out of breath by talking about them so much.
I absolutely agree. We have so many amazing things going on, and we just are running from place to place to place. I don't know, do you sleep at all?
Yeah, I sleep a lot. I sleep a lot. Sleep is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. So I do sleep a lot, but if you would like to stay up a little bit late and do something fun tonight, there's live music at Nottingham Park, and this is such a fun venue, only because this stage is so incredible with the lake behind it, Beaver Creek up to the side of it. There's no better way to spend any time than any of the festivals, concerts, anything that takes place at Nottingham.
And with the Runaway Grooms that you just interviewed, our homies. We love them.
We're trying to get the Runaway Grooms van back in action so that they can enjoy their tour. But if you are interested, you can go see the Runaway Grooms from 5:30 to 6:30 tonight at Nottingham Park, and then it's going to continue into another really great Grateful Dead cover band. So this is really fun to get out there and participate in, and you can see the entire lineup. It's taking place every Wednesday throughout the course of the summer, and not only can you get out there on Wednesdays, but then on the backside of the big stage on Sundays, there's more live music.
And that's really cool too, because I've actually been in the middle of the lake on my stand-up paddleboard, and you can just sit there or stand there if you're good at standing up paddleboarding and listen to all the amazing music and just watch the sunset. It's stunning. It's really gorgeous.
It's an absolutely incredible venue to just go and enjoy. So make sure that you check out their full summer lineup of activities and events, only because they do such a good job. They just did the 3rd of July, which is always a really big event and party here in the town of Avon. And so this is a really fun, just like mellow version of that. There's food, there's live music, there's the taco truck, so it's really
all
fun.
The vendors, and I love the taco trucks. Well, there's tons of different trucks. I think food trucks coming this year, which is really cool.
We just like to
give our food
a special shout out to Rocky Mountain Taco for being there, because they have the best tacos in the valley.
Oh my gosh, and I'm a quesadilla girl, and I'm saying, people say you can't make a bad quesadilla. Oh, I have, and they are amazing. They make good quesadillas too.
If you are looking for some other stuff to do, well, Vail has a lineup of activities always taking place, and you can go to discovervail.com to see that entire lineup of events, as now summer has kicked off and the season is here and the events are lined up. Vail is just hustling and bustling.
It's popping. I mean, think about that. You have the Tuesday night free concerts. You have Wednesday free concerts, Sunday free concerts. There's all the yoga in Beaver Creek, workout in Beaver Creek. There's the farmer markets all around town. I mean, it is nonstop.
It is nonstop, and so if you're looking for something to do in Vail, you can see this lineup of activities. On Sundays, there's the farmers market. Vail Jazz is back in action right now. Bravo Vail is taking place, and these are weekly reoccurring events.
Right.
We aren't going to see Hot Summer Nights this coming Tuesday because of the Stars Variety Show brought to you by the Vail Valley Foundation.
Right.
So make sure that you're prepared, that you're not planning on being there on Tuesday. Only
Disappointed.
Because, yeah, it's not going to take place. That is a ticketed event, though, and it goes back to the Youth 3 Power 65, which is absolutely incredible. The Vail Comedy Fest is back, so if you want some good belly laughs on Wednesday nights at Bridge Street Bar, you can go attend to those and enjoy it. And then the Vail Symposium has just launched their summer lineup of programming, which I don't know if you like the Vail Symposium, but I love the Vail Symposium because you can learn so much, and they give you such a cool, different outlook on some of these topics that are really big and really heavy, some of them, geopolitics, or whether it's what's taking place with the pandemic, or whether it's growth numbers in population increase between now to 2035. They've got everything covered.
I would love to go to that one, and I think I'd be a little scared. That makes me a little nervous, but you need to be informed, and they do a great, I've been to a couple, they do a great job of informing people.
They do. And so now that we're talking all things taking place in Vail, we talked about the Hot Summer Nights taking place at the Ford Amphitheater. Well, the Ford Amphitheater has a great lineup of people coming to give us some great shows here.
I know. I feel like we've been to so many already, and there's so many to go. It makes me so excited. Who are you the most excited to see? Do you have
Amos
one?
Lee.
Oh, duh. You already said that. Primus.
Yeah,
obviously.
100% Amos Lee. My father and I have seen him in so many of the great venues around the state of Colorado, the Villar Performing Arts Center being one of them, and so we're really excited to see him at the Ford Amphitheater as that show is quickly approaching. You need to go online and buy your tickets now because some of these tickets are selling out.
And they're not that expensive, which is good. Really cool compared to other concerts around the country, you know? It's good.
Right. If you are looking for something fun to do this weekend in that sunshine, some fun in the sun, please. Well, the Vail Farmers Market is always an absolutely incredible place to go, and especially because there's so many things to do and explore at the Vail Farmers Market. The live music that takes place, all of the great vendors, the produce that you can get there, and now that we're getting into really the thick of summer and the temperatures are getting warmer, those peaches are about to become absolutely to die for.
Maddie and I want peaches. I'm so excited about this. I will get us some this weekend. I'll do that.
You just have to be there really early or you miss the peaches because they sell out so quickly.
Really quickly, yes. And it's so fun to take your family. If you have family friends, go with friends, take your dogs down there. I'm going to take Gypsy.
I would not take Beatrice. She would just knock everyone over in her ridiculous cone right now.
Our little kids would try to ride her, like, look at the big little pony.
No, she has no spatial awareness. We just met some of our wonderful neighbors recently, and they had some little kids, and she just was, like, plowing the little kids over on accident with her cone. She just was like, hi, I want to be close, and, like, tipping them over, so she can't participate in that event. Now, we're going to make our way up to Beaver Creek, because Beaver Creek has so many great activities that you can participate in, whether you want just some family fun, whether you want some yoga, whether you want some exercise, or you want some live music. They've got everything up in Beaver Creek, and you can see today they've got an entire lineup. Helmet Fricker is playing. They've got Wednesday live music, and then they've got movies under the stars. So if you're looking for something great to do with the family that's a little more relaxed, Movies Under the Stars is one of those things that's so much fun to participate in.
I've never done that yet. Oh, I need to go. I'm excited. Love movies, love stars, love Beaver Creek. It's a win across the board.
It is a win across the board, and now that they've got that giant Jumbotron right there on the ice skating rink, it's incredible. Tomorrow, if you're looking for something else fun to do with the family, maybe a good learning activity, well, the Fossil Posse is going to be up in Beaver Creek, and our local paleontologist, Billy Dorn, is an expert in what's taking place with the dinosaurs around everywhere.
I've actually watched him. I know I'm a big kid at heart. He's brilliant. He gives out, he makes it fun, it's entertaining, and you learn a lot. Even as an older child, you learn a lot.
Well, not only that, but he always has really cool show and tell. So if you're kind of like losing interest and you're like, you know, how do you know that's what noise the dinosaurs made back in the day? He's then like, look at their jaw, and here's why it projected this sound. And you're like, okay, now I'm really intrigued at how we got all of this little bits of information.
You're like, I believe you now. Okay, cool. You know what you're talking about, Billy. We love you.
Yeah, we do. And it's really fun for the whole family. Everyone can get involved. Everyone can be entertained. And they've got events that go all week long. So if you're not only interested in the Fossil Posse, maybe you're interested in something a little more out there, like some silent disco. Well, they've got that on Saturdays for you to get up there and participate in. But while you're up there and you're listening to great music, Something else you should check out is the Vail Performing Arts Center, as they've got a great lineup of summer festivities. And if you follow them on social media, then you've gotten a little bit of the sneak peeks from some of the concerts that they've recently had.
So awesome.
And they've had such incredible ones. And with just over 530 seats in this venue, there's not a bad seat in the house. The acoustics are amazing, and it's underground, so it just feels like you're not in Beaver Creek anymore. You kind of like stepped out of that reality into like a staycation for a show, which is really fun.
I feel that there have been times when I've been at shows there and I forget where I am, truly. Just sitting there and you just are immersed in the music and the people and the energy, and you feel like you're in this gorgeous space. It's very classy. I like it.
It is absolutely incredible. We're going to take a short break. When we come back from the break, we're going to introduce you to a way that maybe you can borrow some money from your family without carrying that guilt. So stay tuned for this interview after the break.
Good morning, Vail.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us, the Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Hi, my name is Tegan Davis with the Eagle Valley Library District, inviting you to get a library card at any of our branches, Avon, Eagle, or Gypsum Public Libraries. If you're a visitor, a full-time resident, or just here for work, you can get a library card just by stopping in and bringing your photo ID. With your library card, you can check out anything in our libraries as well as our online collection. For more information, please visit evld.org.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day than with Good Morning Vail Crew. Get your news, sports, weather, dining, community events, and so much more. We'll start your morning off right at 7 a.m. And now you can find us 7 days a week. You bring the coffee, we'll bring the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or watch us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
There's been such an economic diversity taking place in America right now, and we've kind of seen a lot of shifts happening. We've got an expert in this space, Cabin, joining us from Pigeon Loans. Cabin, thank you so much for taking the time this morning to chat with us.
Thank you for having me. This is great.
So we've seen a lot of people borrowing and lending money from their family and their friends. Why is that?
Yeah, loans between friends and family has really skyrocketed over the last year. And it really started during the pandemic when a lot of people unexpectedly, lost their job or were facing economic hardship. And now what's so interesting is as inflation has set in and gas prices are rising and rents have, now been as high as they've ever been, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck across America, and they just don't have that extra cash to make ends meet. So we've seen a really interesting rise in people needing emergency loans, whether it's to pay for medical expenses, to pay for their rent, to repair their car, all types of loans. And in many cases, these individuals, the only person they can really go to, they can't go get a traditional bank loan. They have to go to someone they know and see if they can help them out.
45 million Americans right now are considered credit invisible. Can you explain to us what that means and what's causing that as well?
Yeah, the credit invisible thing is really tragic. There's a lot of Americans, particularly from minority groups across this country, who either have a credit score that's so bad they can't get a fair rate at a bank. They're often forced to go to payday lenders. And then surprisingly, a lot of young Americans have not even built a credit score at all. So when you're in a situation like you are today, where so many people maybe just recently got laid off, lost a job, or dealing with an economic challenge, they don't have the traditional credit system they can go to. And it might shock a lot of people, but yeah, about 1 in 3 Americans have some sort of credit anxiety where they're not able to get rates that are really favorable and actually can help their long-term financial future.
And people are really encouraged not to be borrowing money from their family and friends. Why is it bad for them to do so?
Yeah, this is a personal pain I've lived through, and this is really why we started Pigeon Loans. It's very awkward mixing money and your relationships, right? These are important relationships. These could be a friend, this could be an uncle, this could be family members, this could be a coworker, and you don't really want to let money get in the way. The reason these usually go bad is people don't plan ahead. The typical conversation goes something like, hey, can you lend me $1,000, $2,000, $3,000? I'll pay you back when I can. People have a lot of trust with one another and they say, don't worry about it. Where it goes bad is in the months and years later, as this money hasn't been paid back, and kind of sour relationships. So we just built a simple tool to allow people to do bookkeeping around these relationships, have reminders around these relationships, and have a trusted third party so they don't have to constantly talk about money. In the past, a lot of people would have to send that dreaded text once a month to your friend where you're like, hey, can you send me that money you owe me? And I think that's bad for both the person sending the text and receiving it. So getting away from a lot of that, ickiness is really the goal here.
And what are some tips that people can use to stay away from that ickiness so they don't have these pain points in their relationships?
Yeah, some do's and don'ts for sure. The first one is, and we've seen this a lot with Pigeon Loans, we've seen some people that want to help so badly that they're actually doing a loan to someone when they don't even have their own financial house in order. We'd say, look, make sure that you first are taking care of your own finances. If you happen to be in a position where you're fortunate enough to where you could lend and help a hand, that's great. Do it. But if you're going to do it, you should use a tool like Pigeon Loans or some other tool, a software tool, where you can track it automatically, do the payments automatically, and have some sort of legal framework around it for tax purposes. Most of these loans today are just kind of done ad hoc. People are tracking them on it, literally on a piece of paper or their kitchen counter. And that just seems like, a kind of a backwards way to do it in this day and age. And the final thing is you need to have the plan set ahead of time. What a lot of people do is they decide we'll figure out how long the loan will last later. And that's usually where it can get a little squirrely. So the good thing to do is be like, hey, let's do this. Let's help each other. It's a beautiful thing to help each other. It's a very American thing in many ways, but let's have a plan of action for, hey, is this going to be a 6-month loan, 12-month, 2 years? We've even seen loans up to 6 years recently on our platform.
And what inspired you to launch Pigeon Loans? And do you have any examples of success stories that you've seen with some of your clientele and customers through it?
Yeah, there was two stories that inspired us to launch it. One was, as a young person, I saw my family go through some financial hardships and around business and doing business loans with friends and family. It was always kind of an awkward, a lot of friction there over the years. And then as I got older and lent with friends, I kind of realized, hey, this is kind of hard to keep track of, frankly. And when we went online to look for solutions, there wasn't a lot of good ways to keep track of this. And yeah, we have seen some great stories. There's actually a customer here locally who said, they'd done a lot of loans with family in the past. They'd always had that horrible Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner situation where maybe someone owed them money and they didn't really want to bring it up at a family meeting and the other person didn't want to bring it up. And it was just kind of this unsaid thing. And now what we've seen is with Pigeon Loans, they know there's a trusted third party in between. What that means is there's automated reminders coming from Pigeon Loans and not coming from your friend or family member having to do it automatically. Just keeping track of everything, it just makes a lot of sense. And it makes the likelihood that someone's going to be paid back a lot better. And what we've also seen is it helps the borrower not feel that shame, because it is very shameful sometimes. And a lot of people are embarrassed to ask for help in life. And if you can do it in a more formal way, it can make you feel like a lot more pride that you're actually, you have your stuff together and you're going to be able to get this done right.
And so for people who have not heard of Pigeon Loans and don't understand the service that you offer, can you just give us a little more insight to what you guys do?
Yeah, we're a free service where people are able to come on to Pigeon Loans. You can create a legal agreement between two people in less than 10 minutes. It's a simple promissory note contract for the amount. You can set your interest rate, your payback period. The bookkeeping's done automatically. The reminders are done automatically. And then we have a whole host of educational tools and other offers that people can tap into. Our whole goal is to really empower friends and family to help one another in a way that reduces awkwardness and ultimately protects friendships.
Kaben, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and give us all this great information on a way that you have a safe and trusted third party to help you borrow money from those around you who you know and love.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back from the break, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
In the heart of the Vail Village, on the corner of One Willow Bridge Road, across from Solaris, is Lamina Jewelry. We have one of the largest selections of designer, fine, and fashion jewelry in the Vail Valley. In addition to our unique and one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces, we have museum-quality fossils and minerals that you truly have to see to believe. We pride ourselves on our customer service and knowledge of your pieces. Come in as a customer, leave as a friend.
If you're looking for local sports coverage around Vail Valley, we've got you covered right here on The Scoreboard, where you can find exclusive sit-down interviews with some of the top athletes in all of Vail, Colorado. You can also count on The Scoreboard for live event coverage of the biggest sporting events going on all year long, ranging from the biggest high school matchups to the most popular recreational competitions. Make sure to watch on TV8 Vail every Tuesday and Friday at 6 and 10 p.m. or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. Let's take a look at this weather we're having. Today at 8 a.m., 56 degrees, a high of 72 degrees, and rain 50%. So lots of precipitation we're going to be seeing today. 8 a.m., 56, noon 64, and isolated thunderstorms. 4 p.m., 69, scattered showers, and 8 p.m., mostly cloudy and a little bit clearer with 64 degrees. Now, if we take a look at the I-70 corridor, you can see that in Eagle, 79 degrees and 50% chance of scattered showers. Vail, 50% of scattered showers and 72 degrees. Denver, 40% scattered showers and 87 degrees is the high. And Avon, 50% of scattered showers and 76 degrees. So you definitely need your umbrella and or raincoat. I sounded like a little girl, your umbrella. As well as tonight, a low of 46 degrees, rain 40% chance, mostly cloudy. So definitely take your umbrella, get ready for lots of rain. We need the rain though because of all of the forest fires and fires. So not a bad thing. We are gonna now let Maddie talk to you about the road report.
If you're getting out there on those roadways, it's really important that you're nice and safe, and especially because now that we're seeing this precipitation, we'll have that standing water in some of those areas. One of them to note is that Dow Junction area. We see quite a bit of standing water if you're traveling eastbound on that roadway just because it's a little bit downhill. But if you are traveling eastbound on that I-70 corridor at all from today to tomorrow, make sure that you note that there is a 30-minute delay. So if you are trying to travel along those roads between 6 and 8 p.m., there's that 30-minute delay due to some construction, and you just have to give yourself that extra travel time. Maybe leave a little bit earlier, because if you are maybe making your way to West Vail or East Vail, you'll get stuck in that traffic as well right now. So you just want to give yourself that travel time, and there are some great tips and tricks that you can use to know exactly how long that travel time is going to be. Something else we want to note right now, besides just the construction and kind of these delays that are taking place, there is a lot of wildlife out on those roadways, and it's really important that you keep your eyes peeled for them all the time. This morning when I was driving in to Avon from Vail, there was a mom and her 2 babies trying to cross that I-70 corridor. So just make sure that you have your head on a swivel and you are watching. Something else we should note right now, especially that we're going to see a break in this precipitation and this low pressure system and see this high pressure system make its way in and that sunshine come out in full force, is the sun glare. If you are traveling eastbound first thing in the morning, well then you can expect to see that sun glare a little bit on your windshield. Westbound later in the evening, right as that sun is starting to set. So just be prepared and be safe out on those roadways, and especially if you are making your way eastbound first thing in the morning. They do tend to close at Floyd Hill. Now for some great information, you can go to co.gov or you can go to cotrip.org to see exactly what the roadways are looking like. We just showed you some camera shots from that I-70 corridor, and you can also just get those travel tips. Now you can also sign up for EC alerts for what's taking place exactly here in Eagle County and make sure that you know exactly what's taking place on those roadways, any accidents or anything like that. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to give you a look at a house that you definitely want to own because it is absolutely incredible, so stay tuned.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun & Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun & Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
Good morning, Vail.
We always talk about all the incredible things taking place in our community and the mountain lifestyle that we all know and love, and maybe you're looking to make that transition in your life. Well, we've got Ty Stockton from Compass Realty who can help you do that in the most incredible house anyone has ever seen. Good morning, Ty.
Good morning. You know, and I was thinking about before I came on, like all these things that I want to talk about with this house. And sometimes, you know, when you start looking at the photos and you're there and you're walking around, you go, why don't I just sort of be quiet and let people see? You know, we're going to show some video of that today. But this particular house in Cascade Village is just sort of once removed from Lion's Head. And a lot of people don't know about that neighborhood. They're thinking either the core, Forest Row, Beaver Dam, or maybe the golf course. But what's nice over here is they have their own lift chair, so you have access to that. And yet you have all this privacy. And like we talked about before we went on the air, over 6/10 of an acre here.
Which you can see the house right now as we just got that nice drone shot going into it. The backyard is beautiful, and we're seeing all of those water features and everything. The exquisite detail that is in the backyard of this house that just shows how well they used all that acreage when they were building it is amazing.
Yeah, you know, there's so few houses where I think the owners make that real commitment to outdoor space. And you can see it here with all the boulders and lots of perennials and flowers with the landscaping. They put an outdoor fireplace so you can sit around there if you get a little cool in the evening, and just hearing the sound of that rushing water come down. It's so soothing. And just when you think that's good enough, they have this beautiful outdoor kitchen, you know, with the bifold doors, and then you open it up, and, you know, it's like a chef's dream in there. And after you've spent all that great time out, you get to go inside and experience this house. It's almost 7,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 6 full baths, and 2 half baths. And what I really love is how the kitchen flows into the dining room and then into the great room with that wood-burning fireplace. And, you know, some of the images show outside on the deck just stacks of firewood, you know, and it's for that person that just wants to go out and grab wood and put it in there and keep that fire going all day. And I just love that families can show up in a house like this, and whether you're sitting in the great room or hanging around the kitchen or the dining room, you know, the house can hold a lot of people. And then at the end of the day, beautiful master suite with vaulted ceilings, and everybody retreats to their bedrooms. Or if you want to hang on a little bit later, they have this really cool hangout room with a bar and a potbelly stove, so you could throw more fire in there. It's just such a great house, summer or winter.
Summer or winter, this is a house that really anyone would be lucky to live in year-round. And as we're looking through the pictures, that open floor plan that you were talking about makes it so nice, and that natural light that's coming in through those big, huge windows and all of this imagery makes it so that no matter what time of year, you feel like you're just going to be cozy and at home. And then that backyard is almost like an escape from reality. Like, you can see everything out that front door view. You can see Vail Mountain a little bit, you can see all of West Vail, but then you can go to the backyard and you're like completely secluded there.
You're just there. And, you know, the inside, the finishes are second to none. You know, I love when I walk in a house and people invite me over to consider helping them sell their home, and you walk in and you say, you don't need to do anything. I mean, it's completely turnkey. You know, the top quality finishes, Sub-Zero refrigerator, ASCO dishwashers, got that big AGA stove, which is really unique. You know, it's for somebody that really wants to cook and entertain. It's really special. And, you know, the room just envelops you, you know, with those big vaulted ceilings. It's a place that you, on the one hand, you don't want to leave, but it's also a great place to come back to after a long day if you've been out golfing or fly fishing or horseback riding. And you said it really well at the beginning. You know, the convenience, the highway and access to town is right there, but when you get into this house and you're inside or you go out to the outdoor space, you could be anywhere. And there's just, you know, thousands of acres behind you that give you that great privacy.
It's like a staycation home. Like, you'll live there and it's your home, but you can feel like you're vacationing no matter where you go. And we're looking at some of the images of the front deck right now, and you can see that mountainscape that you have as your view with the big green mountains in the summertime, and then those covered in snow are breathtaking. And so you really get the best of both worlds in this house.
Yeah, and they have all of the gardens, and the flower boxes are all irrigated. So some people go, oh my gosh, what do I do to keep up with all that? You don't have to do anything.
It's easy.
You show up and they get watered every couple of days, and you know it just has this natural setting that just exists all summer long. And then in the wintertime, remember what I said at the beginning, you know, Cascade Village has its own lift chair, so you have great access to that. And you know, one of my favorite neighborhoods. I really am excited to be able to present this house. It's brand new to the market, and if anybody's interested in seeing it, you know, we're happy to do private tours. So you can just call me on my cell phone at 970-471-2557. We have its own website, which is 1250westhaven.com. Go there, you get to see the videos, the floor plans, the photos, read all about the special features in the house. And, you know, if it strikes your curiosity or interest, you know, call me. I'd love to show somebody around.
Well, and we haven't even gotten into all of the great details about this house, because the gazebo hot tub in the backyard, as well as that incredible water feature, is such a nice amenity. And then the garage. This is like any mom's dream, especially if you've got those kiddos that are just learning to ski, because the boot dryer in the garage makes it so much easier for them to put their boots on. Having that extra mudroom space makes it so convenient to get the family out on the mountain or for skiing, for mountain biking, whatever the activity is.
Yeah, everybody has sort of their own organizational cubbies. It is sort of a family dream where more and more we're starting to see people sort of morph their garage into, is it a garage or is it sort of living space, and to have it, so organized and detailed, but it's convenient. You walk out, you can grab skis or snowshoes or hiking shoes and leave that there as you walk in or leave the house. It is pretty striking to have that in a house like this. And, as you said, the hot tub has a very unique feature. The lid literally raises up, so you have sort of the shelter above you, but you're still outdoor space. I mean, they really thought of everything in this house.
They really did. And so if people are interested, one more time, in setting up a showing with you, what is your cell phone number and what is the website?
The website is 1250westhaven.com, and my cell phone is 970-471-2557.
Ty, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with me about this incredible house this morning, and now setting the expectations really high for where I want to live.
Absolutely. Well, it's been my pleasure. Thanks. And I love talking about these great homes that we're lucky enough to represent.
And this isn't the only home that you have. You've got a very large inventory of great homes throughout the county that you show and that you have, that you're helping people rehome themselves into something so much better.
We are launching 2 new homes up in Mountain Star, which is a great neighborhood. I can't talk about one because it's about to break on the Wall Street Journal today. It's going to be kind of a big deal that we love. And the last thing I would note is that last year everybody was saying, there's no inventory. And we're starting to see some inventory. People are starting to transition, out of their house. They've got other things. They want to travel, do that. So now we have inventory. So if you want to look at homes, even if we're not talking about one today, give me a call. And, we represent homes up and down the valley, and it's just so fun to meet people and help them find their dream home out there.
I mean, you guys do the best in the business here in the Vail Valley, especially because you do have such a great inventory and you have homes like 2050 West Haven.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming in. Make sure that you check out Compass Realty for all of your real estate needs. And if you are in the market for a new home, well, Ty has got you covered because he has the most incredible inventory and some of the most magnificent houses here in the valley. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
The mountains are a place for adventure and a space for renewal. Enjoy our cozy piece of the mountain. Relax and reset in total tranquility after any adventure. We offer therapeutic massage and restorative facials with some of the best remedies and techniques nature has to offer. Ask about our Hydrofacial MD facial system that uses patented technology to extract and infuse the skin. Our locally owned boutique spa is located inside the Highline Vail. Nourish your mind and body. Discover true Vail at Après Massage and Facials.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
I'm Blake O'Rulian.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then we've got you covered in 4 great mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe.
You can tune in to Park City TV, TV8 Vail, or at thescoreboardnation.com.
We'll see you there every day at 6:30 p.m.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm Gretchen, and I'm here with one of my favorite human beings and everyone's favorite. I feel like everyone in the Valley knows you, Claire. Claire Noble, from Eagle. And how are you doing, Claire?
I'm doing great, Gretchen. It's great to be on. You look like summer. And so I want to know how your summer's going.
It's been really, really good, actually. I've been outdoors a lot, if you can tell by the tan. I'm trying to stand up paddleboard a lot and just get on out there and do some fun activities. But I know one of the things, you know, with being outdoors, you are all things fire safety, trails. You are the woman, of the hour to always go to and ask for all of these things. I actually was going to text you the other day because I had a question.
And feel free to do that anytime.
I appreciate that.
You're too kind. But, you know, I will say that from an emergency management communications perspective, in the spring, the prediction was that June was going to be very warm, very dry, and we were going to be at an elevated level above normal let's say susceptibility or vulnerability to wildfires. And that didn't pan out. We had a great June. We certainly had some high temperatures, but we had a nice kind of constant infusion of rain. Every few days we had a little bit, most parts of the valley. And so, you know, I mention that because, you know, when we're looking out and we're trying to predict something, or, you know, we really were pushing wildfire mitigation and wildfire communication.
Well, because that's what we're used to every single summer.
The last several summers have definitely been that way. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer first thing in the morning, and you know, be all gloom and doom. But we feel that emergency preparation begins with information.
Absolutely.
And so what we would like people to do is just arm themselves with information, and we have a few different channels for people to do that.
Well, and that's so great too, because you do need to be informed. I feel like so many of us, we know, obviously, and I always talk about on TV, on the radio, so excited when we do get that rain, and we're so stoked to see the rain. But what do we do if a forest fire, if a fire, if all these different things happened? Truthfully, I would call you. I would know, so thank you. Can you give us some tips?
Well, one of the things I would really encourage people to do is check out ecemergency.org.
Yes, that's on my cell phone.
Because in addition to putting incident information when an incident is happening, we have a lot of resources on that page.
Awesome.
So if you want to know how to, for instance, what you should pack in a go bag.
Yes.
You know, that's in there. How to make a plan. You know, things that you should do. But the other thing you'll find there is a link to, or you can just go there directly, realfire.net.
Realfire.net. Okay.
And you can get a free wildfire assessment. I just had this done a few weeks ago.
Yes, okay.
And Katie Jenkins was the assessor who came and looked at my house, and she's got an eagle eye.
Yes.
You know, she was looking at the roof, she was looking at the siding, she was looking at the vegetation around the house, she was looking at where the deck meets the house.
See, and these are things that I would never think of. So I'm sure so many other people would never think of any of these things.
I live in that house, and I didn't see the issue with the siding where it met the roof. And she walks up and she's like, "What are you guys doing about that siding up there?" And I'm like, "What's wrong?" You know, I never even saw that before. And here's the other thing. Not only is the assessment free, you're really under no obligation to make any of the changes. So if they point out some vegetation that they think could be combustible, you might want to move it away from the house. But you're like, "No, I absolutely have to leave that hedge there," or whatever it is. There, you know, there's no obligation to take it out.
So you don't need to feel, because I've been, you know, I think all of us kind of feel a little fearful, like, oh, I have to make all these changes. But they're just saying this would help you in the long run if you do X, Y, Z.
Right. And here's something else they can help you out. If some of the mitigation requires a cost, they can help you find avenues to pay for that. Or at least bring the cost down.
Okay.
So there are some avenues for doing this mitigation work and getting a little bit of help. The other thing I want to encourage people to check out, if you're on Facebook, we have a Public Information Officers Facebook group. It's Eagle County PIO, and we constantly update that. And it's not just the county. We have public information officers in the fire districts, sheriff's office, the different towns.
That's so cool.
And we're always updating that with information. So, for instance, yesterday morning I woke up and Glenwood Canyon was closed.
Right. Yes.
It wasn't a fire. It wasn't a slide. It was an accident.
Yes.
But it closed the canyon because you know it's narrow. It's hard to get in there to remove vehicles.
100%.
And so vehicle recovery will oftentimes close the canyon for a short period of time. So the westbound lanes were closed for a while.
And that's something you do, and there we go, Eagle County PIO, because I have one of my really close friends and my godchildren live in Glenwood, and I have been stuck for hours.
Oh, yeah.
So this would help. And other things, mudslides, obviously, rocks falling, et cetera, et cetera. So that's amazing. So Eagle County PIL on Facebook and I-70 West Vail Pass Lanes Project. Okay.
Yeah, so we try to give people information to keep them safe, but also for convenience, right? Because you don't want to get stuck on the other side of Dotsero and you don't understand, okay, why am I sitting here? So for instance, yesterday afternoon, Glenwood Canyon also closed for a couple of hours. That was also on our Facebook page.
That's brilliant to know.
And that's
really cool.
because there was a flash flood warning.
Oh, I did.
When it goes to a warning, when it elevates from a watch to a warning, there's a precautionary closure. So from about 3 to a little after 5, it was closed yesterday afternoon.
And no one would know. So that's brilliant to go. Maybe anytime you're going to Glenwood, you could check that.
Yes, and so another way you can kind of arm yourself with information is check out ecalert.org.
It was one of the first things when I moved here that everyone's like, you have to put that on your phone.
Yes, so I just checked it. So you sign up online, but then you also download the Everbridge app to your phone.
Yep.
And so I just saw that Vail Pass was just closed for about 15 minutes, also for an accident. It's been cleared out of the way.
Right.
But if you are headed to Denver,
100%.
and it would be important to know, and you'd want to know that. So you're not sitting there on the other side of East Vail wondering why you're sitting in traffic.
Yes. And I've noticed this as well. It's updated so often. I mean, it really is just right on the time, on the money, which is so great.
I don't know. I don't think you can get too much information.
Yeah.
And even if there's a little bit of redundancy, if you get that EC alert and then you see the Facebook page and you're like, oh, okay, it's kind of the same information.
Right.
We're trying to reach people in a lot of different ways.
So at least you know. So those two things, with the EC alerts and then the Facebook page, you're kind of fully covered.
Well, I would hope so. I mean, and we've got a lot of people with a lot of eyes on this trying to get the public information.
Well, and I'm so interested, Claire, I wanted to ask you for the bag, if you would have to evacuate, do you know some of the items? I just am so interested. Like,
thank you. That's a great question. So I would put some water in there.
Okay.
I would put in, if it is a go bag and you are like on pre-evac or you've been evacuated, important information like important documents.
That's what I see.
If you have passports, you want to throw those in there. If you have birth certificates, things that, you could replace, but it's going to be hard to replace them.
Yes.
Have them already in a folder ready to go that you can put in the bag. Medications.
Brilliant. See, these are things I would,
You're not going to necessarily have those already packed and ready to go.
Right.
But if you have a Ziploc bag in the bathroom, you can throw them in. If you have pets, you should probably bring some pet food as well.
That's so interesting because when you said that to-go bag, I was like, Gypsy and Bali, my two dogs. I wasn't thinking of anything else, but that's brilliant. You do need your ID, your birth certificate, medications especially. I mean, that's water.
Right now in my car, in the back of my car, I have a bag. It's not my whole go bag.
Right.
But in there is water, there's snacks, non-perishable foods. There's a radio, so a shortwave radio in case things get really bad. There's matches in there.
Claire, you're amazing. I'm like, if I'm ever in trouble, I'm going to be like, I need you, Claire, come over and help me.
Well, in the zombie apocalypse, you
my
can
go-to
throw
girl.
me to the zombies and keep running because I just don't think I'm surviving the first wave. I'm preparing, but I'm not sure I'm the person to do it.
We appreciate you so much, and you always bring so much sunshine and light and information to our studio. So thank you so much, Claire. And we will be right back with more of Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Good morning, Vail.
We've recently seen some precipitation, and that's going to continue throughout the course of today. 56 degrees around 8 a.m., a high of 72, 50% chance of scattered showers throughout the course of today. West winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at Vail by the hour, you can see partly cloudy skies first thing this morning, isolated thunderstorms by 12 p.m., scattered showers, and then mostly cloudy skies by 8 p.m. So it is going to be on and off throughout the course of today, so just make sure that you've got your rain gear with you. As we take a look at Vail overnight tonight, those temperatures cooling down. 46 degrees is our overnight low, 40% chance of precipitation, mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance of moisture coming through. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at the next 5 days tomorrow, decreased chances of moisture rolling in, and that's going to continue to decrease until the weekend. By Saturday, a 10% chance of precipitation. Sunday, beautiful sunshine, and then maybe another slight chance of precipitation by Monday. We want to thank Sun and Ski Sports for bringing you this weather report this morning. If you're looking for any rain gear to be nice and prepared for this precipitation coming our way, they're your one-stop shop for all you need. Oh man, that was a quick hour.
It was a quick hour. It went by quickly. It went by very fast. There you go. It was a good hour, though. We got a lot of information, saw a stunning house, talked about all the music. I'm excited.
That house is absolutely breathtaking.
Gorgeous.
The details in that house make it so incredible. The wood-burning stoves and fireplaces that they have everywhere, that incredible backyard.
I know.
Like, it's on West Haven Drive, but it is a haven of its own.
And I loved the hot tub with the lifting. That's a big deal. The cover. That's so dope. I can't wait to see it. Check it out.
It's incredible. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We'll be live from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. and we've got another great and busy show for you. But get out there, everyone. Enjoy your Wednesday, and hopefully we'll see you at the live concerts in Nottingham.
Yes. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. You're home in the Rockies.